Jesse looked pretty good on the track. He jumped every hurdle, or is there still a few to go?
No, he's right to play. He's done an incredible amount of work in the last couple of weeks to get back. The medical team and the high performance team. He's had a great attitude, and he's looking forward to playing some footy.
You pleasantly surprised it's this early?
Oh no, it's on schedule. We always plan for him to be back around this time, but I think more importantly it was more Jesse's attitude to his rehab, his preparation, and his last 10 days has been exceptional, and he's really keen to play some good footy for the footy club this year.
Is Jack's toe, Simon, just a week, or could it be longer, or is it his foot?
Yeah, it's a week by week thing. It's certainly not his plantar fascia that he had operated on. It's his foot down towards his toes that have really flared up, the bone around there. So it's something that's been there for a while. So it's a week by week thing. He's starting to heal and feel better. But we'll just see how he comes up on Monday and start progressing him from there.
Without overstating it, is there a level of concern that it could be longer than a week there? Obviously we're approaching finals. It's a pretty critical time of the year.
Oh, it's a really important time of the year. And when you've got one of your co-captains that's on crutches walking around during the week, it's obviously a concern. But we certainly feel that he's certainly got some footy ahead of him. He recovers well, he heals well, and we know it's not a fracture or anything within his foot. So we're really positive to him playing some footy. If it's not next week, we'll see how we go for the rest of the year.
Just back on Jesse, what sort of resilience do you think he's shown, Simon, and the work rate you talk about over the last 10 days to get back and play some footy?
Oh, well, he's never given up on the season. He wants to play footy for the Melbourne Footy Club. And he's come back from a few things throughout the year where he could have easily said, oh, he doesn't want to play for the rest of the year, but he's continued to find a way. He wants to play some good footy, and he's given himself every chance the way he's prepared himself in the last few weeks.
I think the Bombers learnt that when the Lions click in Melbourne, they can be hard to beat. So have you impressed that upon the side this week? Oh,
they're in some really good form, the Lions. They're moving the ball incredibly well, and a lot of their senior players are playing some strong footy. So they're certainly a team that we have to play our best footy against, and it is about us still trying to play our best footy. Last week was a step forward in playing that style of brand that we're looking for, and the weekend will pose another challenge, and we're looking to continue to improve as the year goes on.
Nathan Jones mentioned the shackles were sort of lifted a bit last week. Is it important that's the message again, even though the stakes are so high?
It really was. We wanted to try and connect better. Our contest worked into our offence and see if we could really generate that last week, which we did. In saying that, we played in two of the windiest venues the 2 weeks prior, which made it really difficult. So to be able to get that back into our game was great, but we know where the game starts for us and what we build our brand on, and that's the most important thing this weekend.
How about in the ruck, Simon? Is everyone clear on what you can and can't do in those contests?
Yeah, look, I definitely seek some clarification off Hayden during the week. Obviously, Max was pinged a few times during the week. We've got some a bit better education around what that looks like moving forward. So we're certainly working with Max to make sure that's a key element of his game.
Were you comfortable with the explanations you got?
Yeah, look, I am. I think that's what the open dialogue with the Umpires Association is about, is to get some clarity. Clearly, Max hasn't had that throughout a game before in the last 3 years. So once you see that, we wanted to get some clarification, and we've received that. And we're more than comfortable with how it's being umpired.
If Jack ticks the right boxes, Simon, how confident are you that he can play a role in your season the next couple of weeks, Jack Watts?
Yeah, look, he improved in the VFL on the weekend. He won a bit of the ball. There's still some things we want him to work on, but he's really clear on those things, and we're really confident that he'll continue to improve as the year goes on. He found 23 touches in the VFL. He started to move better again, so we're confident that he's still a part of our plans this year and beyond.
Do those ruck explanations change much for Max? He's obviously such a star, so just with his craft, has he had to work on much to, I guess, do things within the rules?
Yeah, look, as I said, we've got some good clarification about what he can and can't do. So obviously our challenge is to implement the craft required to do that within the rules. And he'll continue to work on that. Max, he's a student of the game and loves doing what he does, so he's very good at it. So he'll keep looking at doing that.
Are you using the F word yet? Can we talk about finals yet? Are the boys, can they feel it, touch it?
Oh no, we haven't used that word at all. The reality is that it's there. You know, people are talking about it, but all we're seeking is an opportunity to be in this position. We've loved the fact that we're in this position, and we're looking at every week as an opportunity to grow and get better, and with that comes a level of excitement about how we want to play. And we're looking to doing that again this week. You know, welcome the opportunity to perform, welcome the expectation to perform, and really enjoy the scenario that we were in and go about trying to play our best footy.
Just with Jesse, how's his overall fitness? I mean, it's been so interrupted this year. So where's he at sort of there?
Yeah, look, I guess the good thing about a collarbone is he was back running within 3 or 4 days. So, you know, he's probably had 5 or 6 weeks now of continual running and training, which is a great thing for Jesse. You know, he did miss a lot through the middle part of the year. You know, missed a good 8-week block of training. So to get him back, I think he's actually looking fitter and stronger this time around coming back than what he did previously.
Where do you see the danger with Brisbane?
Oh, without doubt, they're moving the ball incredibly well. They're scoring quite easily, and their best players are playing some really good footy. You know, their most experienced guys are not only winning clearance and winning contested ball, but they're also hitting the scoreboard. So that'll be a big element of the game on the weekend.
Teams have had good success putting someone on Zorko, and is that something you look at this week potentially?
I think they've got a range of players that we're going to keep a pretty close eye on. But at the same time, we're pretty keen to play the way that we want to play as well, and make sure we're playing our brand as well.